If you think you're in control of your money, get ready. The truth is, the system was designed to keep you broke, and today, I'm going to prove it. Most people in the United States work hard, earn a decent paycheck, and still end up broke at the end of the month. But the problem isn't lack of effort. It's something far more dangerous: invisible traps. And the worst part? They feel completely normal. If you don't identify these traps, you'll stay stuck in them for the next 10, 20, maybe 40 years. So pay attention, because number one could completely change the direction of your financial life. And number 10, you're probably trapped in it right now. 10. The low monthly payment trap. Have you noticed how everything today is sold based on the monthly payment? Only $29 a month, less than a cup of coffee a day. Fits your budget. But let me ask you something. Are you buying the product or the payment? Because this is one of the biggest financial manipulations of modern times. In the United States, cars, phones, furniture, everything is sold based on the monthly cost, not the total price. And when you add it all up, you realize you're paying double, sometimes triple, without even noticing. A $30,000 car can easily turn into $50,000 with interest. But since the payment fits your budget, you accept it. And that's where the cycle begins. You start working to pay bills, not to build wealth. Now think about this. How many monthly payments do you have right now? And if you added them all up, how much would that be? And worse, how much of that do you actually need? Because the next trap is even more dangerous. It makes you want things you never even wanted before. 9. The look rich consumption trap. In America, looking rich has become more important than actually being rich. New car, designer clothes, the latest iPhone, vacations, just to post on Instagram. But most of it, financed. And here's the truth no one tells you. Real wealthy people don't need to prove they're wealthy. People who try to look rich are usually broke. There's a silent pressure to keep up with everyone else. You see someone buying something, and suddenly you feel like you need it too. But what you don't see is their debt, their financial stress, their sleepless nights. Now let me ask you directly, are you buying things for yourself or to impress others? Because if it's for others, you're paying with your future. And that leads directly to the next trap. 8. The easy credit trap. Credit cards. They feel like a solution, but often they're the beginning of the problem. In the United States, credit is incredibly accessible. High limits, fast approvals. But there's one detail that destroys lives. Interest rates. You could be paying 20%, 25%, even 30%. That means if you don't pay your balance in full, you're entering a financial spiral. And the most dangerous part, you don't feel it at first. Just a little here, minimum payment there, and suddenly you're stuck. Now think about this. Have you ever paid just the minimum on your credit card? If you have, you've already stepped into this trap. And the system wants you to stay there, because the more you owe, the more they profit. But there's an even more subtle trap, one that seems smart, but slowly destroys your life. 7. The treat yourself trap. You worked hard. You deserve this. Sounds harmless, right? But it's expensive, because it creates a dangerous mindset. Every effort must be rewarded with spending. Had a tough day? Buy something. Got paid? Spend something. Feeling down? Spend. Feeling good? Spend too. The result? You never build anything, because there's always a reason to spend. Now answer honestly. How many times have you bought something you didn't need just because you deserved it? This habit, repeated for years, keeps you exactly where you are. And the next trap operates on an even bigger scale. 6. The lifestyle inflation trap. You start earning a little, then you get a raise. And what happens? Your life improves, but so do your expenses. Bigger house, better car, more expensive restaurants. This is called lifestyle inflation, and it's one of the biggest reasons why high earners still end up broke, because they increase their spending at the same rate as their income, or even faster. Now think, if your income doubled tomorrow, would you actually invest more, or just spend more? Because if the answer is spend, you're already in this trap. And the next one is even more dangerous, because it feels like the right decision. 5. The smart debt trap. It's a good loan. It's strategic debt. It's an investment. Be careful. Not all debt is smart. Yes, there are exceptions, but most people use this idea as an excuse to take on unnecessary debt, especially with housing. They buy homes that are too expensive, with long-term loans, and end up locked into payments for 30 years. Now the question, did you buy it because it was truly a good investment? Or because it sounded like a good excuse to spend more? That difference changes everything. And the next trap starts early and affects decades of your life. 4. The student loan trap. In the United States, this is one of the biggest financial traps. You're young, inexperienced, and you make a decision that can cost hundreds of thousands of dollars. Expensive college, long-term debt, interest piling up. And when you graduate, you start your adult life already in debt. Now think, did you choose your career? Or did you choose a lifetime of payments? This trap locks millions of people for decades and limits major life choices: where you live, what job you take, when you can invest. And the next trap seems small, but silently destroys your wealth. 3. The invisible small expenses trap. Subscriptions, apps, streaming services, bank fees, small expenses that feel insignificant. $10 here, $20 there. But over years, they turn into thousands, and the problem isn't the amount. It's that you don't even notice. Now try this. Can you list all your subscriptions right now? If you can't, you're losing money without realizing it. And that leads us to the second biggest trap. 2. The not investing trap. This one is brutal because it doesn't feel like a mistake, but it is. In the United States, many people earn well, but leave their money sitting still, or they start investing too late. And here's the real impact. Time is the most powerful factor in investing. Those who start early gain the most. Those who wait pay the price. Now think, if you had started investing 5 years ago, where would you be today? And more importantly, if you keep waiting, where will you be in 10 years? And now, the biggest trap of all, the one that traps almost everyone. 1. The "I'll fix it later" trap. This is the most dangerous one because it makes you delay everything. I'll deal with this later. When I earn more, I'll get organized. Now's not the right time. And just like that, months pass, then years, then decades, and nothing changes. Because the truth is simple and brutal. If you don't control your money today, you won't control it when you earn more. Higher income doesn't fix bad habits. It amplifies them. So let me ask you directly, if nothing changes, what will your financial life look like in 10 years? That answer might be uncomfortable, but that's exactly why you need to act now. You don't have to fall into these traps, but to escape them, you have to see them. And now you do. Most people will ignore this. They'll keep living on autopilot. But a few, very few, will use this moment as a turning point. The question is, which one are you? Because the next step could change everything. And it starts with a decision most people never make.